Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand!
Did you get into like fights, drugs?
Yeah. Fights all the time. Fights. I've gotten into fights with my dad, my brother.
Physical fights?
Yeah, people at school. I was throwing hands on a regular basis. Yeah, or getting my ass whooped.
Yeah?
I caught a lot of L's.
Really?
Oh yeah, because I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I'll take this L, but you'll
know that I'm somebody that fights.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna remember me, man.
But then when I spent all that time like just bouncing around, and then at one of my foster homes, I was playing with a gun and shot. I shot the other foster kid.
What?
Yeah, man. It was some wild shit.
Holy shit.
Like, that fucked me up.
Of course.
Yeah, and I...
Did he live?
Well, that's interesting, right? So he had the gun. He was holding a gun for somebody. And one day he was like fucking with me, playing with it, you know what I mean? Like, and I woke up in the night, and he was like, don't you fucking move, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh my God. Then he turned on the lights and was like laughing, you know what I mean? And
That's funny.
Right. No, it was funny to me at the time, right? But because I watched him like show me like, oh, look, it's empty, dumbass, you know. And then he loaded it back up, and I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna get you back. And then like, you know, a month later or so, he was in the shower getting ready for a date, and I went and grabbed it, and you know, and I did what he did, and I dropped the clip out.
You forgot there's one in the chamber.
It was one in the chamber. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And because I didn't know shit about guns, I had never seen or touched a gun, and I saw him put. That's how he showed me it was empty. So I was like,
shit, dude.
Boom.
So how close were you to him?
I was like as far from me to you, like maybe.
Where'd you shoot him?
In the stomach. And it was a deuce too. So, you know, it's not a high enough caliber to break bones, so it'll just bounce around inside you. You know, man, that was such a fucking crazy night. And I remember trying to lie. Because I knew the gun was dirty. Like,
stressing me out, man.
You know, the gun had bodies on it or something, you know. I knew it was dirty. So I was trying to lie to protect him, but I also wanted them to help him. So like,
right.
The cops was, when they got to the house, the ambulance got to the house, the paramedics got there before the cops, but they couldn't come in till the cops cleared the house.
Whoa! Oh, right,
right.
Man.
So and they're like, we don't know if it's somebody still inside.
Well,
and
let me cut you off for 1 second. When the ambulance shows up, the guy, is he laying in the tub?
No. He's in our room. So he came out the shower and we shared a bedroom. He came out the shower and came into the bedroom. And he's on the floor naked in a towel.
Bleeding.
Well, I did. It was like bile mixed with it, so it was like green and.
But like profusely bleeding.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
but still talking, still like he's telling me what to do, but profusely. And I remember he told me to call his friend, and he was like, tell him what I call his friend, and I'm like, yo, he's like, yo, call 911, and I'm like, yo, he told me to call you. He's like, he's dying, nigga.
Yeah,
don't listen to him. You know what I mean? Because I ain't know what to do.
Yeah,
but the cops were already. One of the neighbors had already called the cops. Yeah, man. And that's actually how they knew I was lying, because...
Who knew you were lying?
The cops.
About what, where the gun was?
Right. No, because I told the cops that somebody came in the back door and shot him or somebody came in and shot him and ran out of the back door.
Yeah.
You know, because he told me to tell them that and told me to throw the gun over the back door fence. And that was the most bitch-ass throw. I threw it like 3 feet. Yeah, I threw it like 3 feet, like the most, because that just go to show you when you a kid how you think you so much smarter than everybody.
Yeah.
Because the cop knew I was lying because back
door is locked.
Well, someone called the cops while I was calling his friend, so they knew exactly what time the calls were, and then I called the cops after, you know, and then 2, my fingerprints was on the gun. You know, 3, I had gunpowder residue on my hands.
I mean, how much of are you in a panic as this is all happening? Because I feel like I am like hyperventilating just hearing the story.
I wasn't panicking. I was just overwhelmed. You know what I mean? It was too much for me.
So do the cops, they come in, they clear the house?
How old are you?
They pull me out of the house.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting outside watching the paramedics just wait. And I'm like, I'm sitting there like, what, you know? And
how old are you at the time?
At that time, I think I was 14.
Oh my God!
You were 14?
Yeah.
Jesus,
Dude, I
Christ.
thought you were gonna tell me like 26.
No,
He's in foster care.
I forget
He's
what
a
time period
minor,
this is.
No, I was 14, man.
Oh my
So-
gosh. So okay.
How
sorry.
and how's the kid, the other kid that
Yeah.
got shot?
He was 16 or 17.
So do they finally go in?
They finally go in. You know, they get him to the hospital. He's in intensive care. All this and this and that. The families. So now I'm in the police station, and to me, I'm thinking I told the perfect lie, but this cop has just figured me all out. He tells me exactly what happened. He's like,
shit.
he's like, listen, man, I don't think you shot him on purpose, but I know you shot him. You know what I mean? And
And you're like,
he
are you
tells
like,
me,
nah.
right? I'm like, nope, no, I didn't. No, and then he tells me exactly what happened,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, fuck, yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
you know. And then he takes me to the hospital with the family, you know, and
With this kid's family?
well, no, because he was a foster kid
Right,
too.
right. So
Right.
with what
So
family?
my foster mom,
Yeah.
her family, her husband had just passed away, and so it's her brother who hated me, and you know her sisters and her real kids and all of that, and we all sitting around, and now they still don't know that it was me. They bought my story, you know what I mean? Because they don't know the shit the cop knew.
Right.
They still don't know it was me, and you know, and I can still it's certain people that think it was, you know, but they think it was like nefarious shit, like I shot him, was trying to shoot him or whatever. And I can hear little whispers, little rumors. The mom is just devastated because she was like the sweetest fucking lady, like the nicest lady. And he pulls her to the side and like they're over there, and I watch him telling her, and she just like falls apart in tears. You know what I mean? Because she's mostly sad because she knows what's going to happen to me.
right.
Not, you know what I mean? She knows that I'm gonna get taken out of her home and put it, because once you do shit like that, you get labeled a problem child. So you only go to homes that will take like fucked up kids.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, and I didn't get to, so I wasn't allowed to contact him.
The kid?
Right. So I didn't know whether he died. Well, I knew he didn't die because he was the only one that could confirm the real story. You know what I mean? So I knew he didn't die because I never got in no trouble.
You didn't get in any trouble?
No.
What? Well,
How'd
what's
that
the
happen?
statute of limitations?
Because I think it has something to do with the fact that like you technically the state is your parent, so they are responsible for you.
But you lucked out on that, man. On not
Yeah.
getting any trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, he
'Cause
did.
They could have given you, you know, I mean, at a minimum, some type of like aggravated, you know, weapons charge or, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Attempted murder.
I mean, I don't know that no one got in trouble. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't know.
But he lived.
He did live, but I didn't speak to him until I was like 30.
Fuck. And how did that go?
It was good because, you know, I was dreading I didn't speak to any of them, and I was dreading the conversation. And because I thought, you know, I thought everyone was upset with me. I didn't know his condition. I didn't know if he got shitting with a bag and all that, you know.
Yeah.
And so I finally, like, she was best friends with my previous foster mother, so I got her number through them, and I called her, and she fucking laughed about it. She was like, "Oh yeah, I remember that. You were something else." I was like, "What?"
Something else.
Yeah, she was like, 'cause that's the kind of person she was. She was just so forgiving and so like you know how you meet all these bullshit ass Christians.
Yeah.
Like she was a real Christian. Like she was about that life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So she was like all about forgiveness. You know what I mean? Like the internet would hate her now. She would have hugged that Amber Geiger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like she was that kind of person. So and then I talked to him about it, and he was like, it was nothing. Like it was, to me, it was like one of the most significant events in my
Traumatic
whole life.
experiences
and
ever.
to them it was just like some stupid shit that I did.
He was like that too. He's like,
Yeah.
oh man, come on.
Seriously? I mean, I can't imagine the torture of carrying around that
Yeah.
guilt for 16 years. You were like, is this kid alive? Is he shitting in a bag? Does everyone? I mean, that's
That's a lot.
heavy to
Heavy
carry
stuff.
around
Yeah.
for 16, because you feel like a piece of shit. You probably felt like, I'm such an asshole. Like I'm such a piece of shit. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I would go back and forth between that. And I remember I sat in the dark a lot.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Over that incident?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't realize you're fucked up. You know what
I
I mean?
know.
And then but here's the whole irony of it all is all the training I did in the Marine Corps, and
Yeah.
I never shot anybody.
Hello, and thank you for watching that highlight. If you want to see more of those, we have them. They're provided for you. So enjoy. Just do a deep dive like you're trying to study us. Click on these and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, and then they'll just be delivered to you. You can watch them when they come out. Please do it.